Barabra Road from a good gate. Chance?
Yeah, his win was good the other day. He was slow out. Had one right on him and one on him, but...
Rightio, Matt, and we'll see them called in here shortly. It's been a good move for Shadoways on track, but the boot holds favouritism ahead of Headwind, which they'll be racing into, approaching the home turn. Now they're being... but hasn't drawn all that well, and Shadoways had his best jump well, the boot jumped fairly well. Congruous got out well in the blue colours, but is easing back, and now going fast as Quarterman over on the outside with Okavango Delta and Court of Light from the outside. Settling down now, and the boot eventually drives up along the fence to retain the rails and then Shadoways third last on the rails up towards the home turn, and behind it is Congruous in company with Sipovic. It's the boot leading by 2 lengths coming around the home turn. Quarterman off the bit in second placing. Okavango Delta's under pressure third. Back behind those horses Paternity, and then Court of Light, Lord Benbarra to the outside, Benicio in the clear, but the boot has a big lead at the 250, out by 3 lengths now. Here's I Command coming right down the outside. Shadoways has made ground against the fence, but the boot at the 100-metre mark has 3 lengths on them. He's looking pretty good, although Shadoways is closing. Is there much for the boot? Shadoways is coming hard and got him. Shadoways beats the boot by a neck. Third placing I Command, and then Benicio, and back behind those Congruous, and they're trailed further back Dante's Best, Sipovic.
Correct weight, Shadoways, the boot, and I Command, 581.
We're coming up to race 4 at Caulfield, and we're having a look at the front page of the totes there. Number 3, Anna's Choice, is at 370, and 4, Shadoways at 660, and 8, Jacksaw Moore is right in the market at 510. News of a late scratching coming through. Second week. Number 4 is Shadoways. Nashville Willard a ride for Gwenda Johnson with Brad sort of committed to the toppy. 650 Supertel. Well, that's value. It's been the market mover on track. $5 into 460. I think the punters saw them come from behind in the recent race and said, yes, we'll jump on.
Well, posted wide side.
Stand racing. Anna's Choice began okay with Jacksaw Moore, and away fast Jester Wiener out wide on the track with King Charles. Another cat going forward, Jacksaw Moore pushing up on the inside. Jester Wiener with a great turn of speed from the rorting, and getting back now Shadoways at the tail. Jester Wiener a length and a half, Pure Satisfaction. Jackson Moore third. Another cat's gone up on the outside from further back than King Charles. Then came Smoke and Dave out deep from Mad Mo. Anna's Choice a long way back. They're followed by Danger Looms. Jester Wiener 2 in front. Jackson Moore getting off the fence from Pure Satisfaction. Then came another cat down the outside. Tons More Fun. Jester Wiener on the inside, tackled by Jackson Moore. Tons More Fun out wider from Pure Satisfaction. And Shadoways flying. Jackson Moore in front. Tons More Fun after it was Shadoways, Jackson Moore, and Shadoways dives. I reckon it got up. I reckon Shadoways out wide has got up to beat Jackson Moore and Tons More Fun. Back in the middle from King Charles, Anna's Choice, Smoke and Dave, Pure Satisfaction, Mad Mo, another cat, Sipowitz, Jester Wiener. Second goes back in the centre, Tons More Fun.
Anybody who backed that would be astounded that they've collected, because just after the start it appeared to knuckle, and I don't know exactly what happened at the start. I'd love to have a second look at it, but it finished up 2.5 to 3 lengths behind the bunch. It was an extraordinary victory, Steve. He's out fairly slowly anyway, and then there's a second incident. Down he goes. He almost goes down onto his nose. And then he has, by the time he picks up any momentum, he's 3 lengths behind the second last horse. And he's got up to win by half length, streaming away.
$2 even, $3.70 for Tons More Fun. Jacksaw Moore, $1.80, 27.
$3.50 ahead of California Dane, 7.10. Well, California Dane and Tesbury Jack are very close together. 2 here. You got Orange County at $20, 7 points over the odds. Shadoways at 8.10, that's about right. Magnus, well, we'll be coming back to Tesbury Jack shortly. Shadoways, 13.61 through the quaddie, unbeaten at the trip, unbeaten first up. I know you like this horse.
Yeah, I do, Bruce. Won 4 of 5 up to 1,200 metres. He trialled on the 17th of the 8th at Bendigo, won that trial. The speed in this race is going to suit him. Nash going for 2. I think he might get there. Look, you're shopping well on the tote. Okay. It's the late rally, California Day.
I reckon it is. I reckon that's your market move. If you see him firm late.
Gates are back and they're off. Magnus seemed to just dip coming out, lost no ground. Bouncing quickly, California Dane with Magically, and also Day charging up in the centre when they settle down. Now Magnus and Day are wide on the track, but getting back from Shadoways, and dropping out to last of all is Merlot now. Coming up the side here, and the leader is Day down on the inside from Magnus. A length further back than Tesbury Jack, very deep around the outside of the further back than Orange County. Then Serene Prince, followed by Magically coming for home. Dusk over on the inside. They're across the track. Magnus took the lead from Tesbury Jack down the outside. Then Amy J. Power, Orange County. Back behind the Mikado. Further back Magically. On the outside, Tesbury Jack going up now to Magnus. Then wider out Amy J. Power, and Shadoways from the back is storming down the outside. Shadoways out wide, racing up to them with Amy J. Power. Great finish. Shadoways out wide and Amy J. Power hit it together. Magnus fought back, may have got third. Tesbury Jack just weakened from Mikado. Then folding back at the tail.
Huge win this. Shadoways from second last on the home turn. Nash Willer, well, he was in the outhouse after about race 3. He's come home with the last 2. What a win, Stephen. Well done. 980
it out. But this is a pretty seriously good horse, I think, Bruce. Prepared by Gwenda Johnston. He's now won 5 of 6 up to 1200. Very good on top of the ground. I think he can train on to win a decent race, this horse.
2.745. So there is some value in the trizzy. OK, I'll try and find Gwenda.
Moving them in. This is a massive field here for the Goodwood Handicap, and look at that for a betting race. The favourites 8.
Just ahead of number 2, which is Here the Angels at $7.80, $8.30 for number 12 Monet Rules. They're the top one in the market for the Goodwood. Here's Hilton Donaldson for the call.
Set for a start, they stand beautifully, they're off and racing. Beginning terribly Here the Angels, slow out Diplomatic Force, and first away was Monet Rules, showing speed Immortality. They're coming across from out wide, good speed also Shark Bite. Driving through now Penn Celeron, Belmer, Vivacious Spirit. Along the inside, booting up was Coachinero. Settling just behind these leaders was Sleek Chassis. Then Diplomatic Force mustering speed underneath runners, and with it was Cargo Cult, followed by Belmer. Misjudgment wider out, further back in the field came Pinnacles. Then Let Go Tomo, Shadoways, Zipanese well back to count to 0, followed by Idaloo Tramontana. Here the Angels on the turn, 500 metres to go, a line of 3. It is Coachinero inside of Vivacious Spirit, and 3 out on the track. Immortality, Shark Bite 4 out, or Shark Bite 4 out. Then came Diplomatic Force, Cargo Cult needs a run. Misjudgment wider back to the inside, Shadoways. Further back Penn Celeron, and down the outside Pinnacles putting in a run. Let Go Tomo heads the others. Tramontana wider, Shadoways. He dashed for home in the Goodwood. He's 2 in front of Cargo Cult, Diplomatic Force, and further back came Misjudgment, but it's Shadoways. Shadoways wins the Goodwood 2 lengths. Second Cargo Cult ahead away, third Diplomatic Force, and photo fourth we had Pinnacles flashing up, count to 0. Tramontana outside them. Then missed wider back to the inside, Shadoways. Further back Penn Celeron, and down the outside Pinnacles putting in a run. Let Go Tomo heads the others. Tramontana wider, Shadoways. He dashed for home in the Goodwood. He's 2 in front of Cargo Cult, Diplomatic Force, and further back came Misjudgment, but it's Shadoways. Shadoways wins the Goodwood 2 lengths. Second Cargo Cult ahead away, third Diplomatic Force, and photo fourth we had Pinnacles flashing up, count to 0. Tramontana outside them. Then Misjudgment, Shark Bite,
Zipanese taking out the Group 1 Goodwood Handicap there in Adelaide ahead of a gallant Cargo Colt, not quite getting the run at the right time. Running in.
Taking out the event was the Victorian Shadoways, Gwenda Johnstone and Mark Pegas at 33.60, 7.60. Cargo Colt 4.40, Diplomatic Force 5.70.